Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 12th. We're going to jump right in here, Scorpio, and we are going to see what is coming up for you this week. In your first row here, we're going to look at your general energies. Every person so far has had the tower. I'm pretty sure in their first row, but I could be wrong. In your next row, we're going to look at anything unexpected that could be happening for you this week. In your next row after that, we're going to look at the good stuff that is coming in for you this week. That's good right there. So I like to see that, but let's keep this going. And in your last row, we're going to look at any messages from your guides. And then at the end, we will pull three yes, no, maybe cards. I say maybe because tarot doesn't control your life. You do. So we're going to start calling it yes, no, maybe instead of yes, no. In your first row here, for your general energies, you have this love card. It says true love and fidelity. So there definitely could be true love coming in for you. You have a lot of love cards in this reading in general. And if you don't want love, I would say that it's something, take it how it resonates. It could just be something that you do love. We are in a very heart-based time. I say this all the time, where I feel like if you can find something that you can put your heart and soul into, you will be very, very successful. And we're talking about like projects, side businesses, writing a book, doing something that you truly want to do because your heart is telling you to do it. So if you don't want love, and even if you do want love, again, you could still be finding something just based off all these cards here that you really will fall in love with, outside of love, like I said. You even have the Nine of Cups, which is about like bathing in the energy of fulfillment. So I feel for a lot of you that could be happening. You have the Tower. Like I said, everyone so far has had the Tower in their reading, the Nine of Cups and the Chariot. I said to Cancer, and I'll say it to you, I have a feeling that between probably like now and 2025, 2026, somewhere around there, that the Tower's we're probably going to see this a lot, where the Tower comes up for everyone. And to me, it's just a sign of the times that we're in. So we could be seeing a lot of Tower moments in the world, kind of going on around the world. Is this a bad thing? I would say no, because the Tower happens for a good reason. It's to bring everyone back down to earth, to kind of ground things in reality. The Tower really kind of represents a wake-up call, understanding. These people they've been trying to protect themselves for too long in that Tower, and so they're ignoring reality. So really, I would say no. I feel like everything that we will be seeing will be bringing us closer to reality. But what I would say is I also do feel there could be surprise love coming in for you. I don't really feel it's surprise love, like someone jumps out of the bushes and is like, surprise. I think that what is a surprise is that if you meet someone in the near future, maybe not even this week. For some of you, this looks a little slow moving to me. So it might be one of those things where you meet a person, you start out as friends, or, maybe the relationship just develops slowly. I feel like what surprises you is your feelings in this situation. You have the Nine of Cups as well. The Nine of Cups is about fulfillment. I always say that, he is meant to look chubby on this card because he's about to have a feast, and he has had a feast before. So it's kind of an energy of experiencing something before you have it. So like the need to experience love before you have love, the need to experience money before you have money. And people always say, how is that possible? And I always say, well, go be in love with something. Go pet a dog. Go pet a cat. That is love. Go be in nature. That can be love. Go be in nature. That can be abundance. Go pick up pennies or quarters or dimes or whatever you find in the parking lot, at a store or something like that. That is abundance. That is creating more abundance, creating more flow, doing things for other people. These are all ways to kind of like, get the abundance train rolling without having to have money, but still being in the energy. The Nine of Cups wants us to bathe in an energy. It's an energy of fulfillment, but again, it wants us to soak up as much of whatever we want as possible. And if we can do that without having the thing that we want, then we will get it. I know that seems impossible, but that's what it is. Next, you have the Chariot. Definitely a victory coming in for you. Again, it is interesting to me that, again, at least two signs had the Tower and the Chariot in their first row. So, there could be some sort of major success after a Tower moment, right? Sometimes, I don't really have any good examples, but, I can see how a Tower moment could motivate someone to, kind of do something. I'll tell you a funny story about my brother, actually. When he was a kid, we were in a high school, and our headmistress didn't believe that he read a book that he was supposed to write a report about, right? So she made him, like, rewrite the report. So he wrote, like, it was like 50 pages or something, like, crazy amount of pages about this book, right? So that she would have to read the entire report that he wrote for the book. So it was kind of like an FU moment, like in a good way. I have that happening, I kind of see that for some of you here in this reading, where you could have one of those moments where you're like, okay, I'll show them, but in a good way. Like, I don't think you're doing this in a low vibe way, if that makes sense. Let's see. With the Tower, you have the Queen of Cups. Could be love, something you fall in love with. She is looking at that cup, and I always say that that cup looks like a trophy. It looks like something that she really values and that really matters to her. She really cares about that cup. And I feel that for a lot of you, where there could be something entering into your life where you're really going to care about it. It's really going to matter for whatever reason. And, I feel like that's what you're moving towards here with the Queen of Cups for whatever reason. With the Nine of Cups, you have the King of Cups. Again, could be love for sure. And again, it doesn't matter if you're attracted to the same gender, whatever gender, it doesn't matter. I feel that King and Queen of Cups, divine counterparts. Again, I think the surprising thing is like, you go out on a date with a person, and, maybe the first date's like, fine, I don't think it's going to be bad or anything like that. But I think, like, the feelings that you develop for this person over time is kind of the thing that is surprising to you. I also think that for some of you, what will be surprising to you is that, like, you could let your guard down faster with this person, or maybe you just, it's like one of those people where you just kind of fall into the energy, if that makes sense. And I don't think you're doing anything dangerous here because, obviously, if this is what's happening for you, I feel like it's going to be good. With the Chariot, you have the Queen of Swords. I feel like you're kind of like cautiously optimistic about this if this is love. She has her sword up but her hand out. It's like she's willing to receive, but she's also trying to protect herself at the same time. So very interesting. I kind of feel like you're both in the same position if this is love. If you're attracting love into your life with this, I feel like both people are kind of like the Queen of Swords in this. So you could be attracting a person who has gone through something very similar. Now that I'm saying that, I feel like I said this to you last week, and if I did, then I would definitely say this is like a continuation of that message. For others, for all of you as well, if you're working on a project, like look at this right here, this bottom row. I feel like this is saying that you're now extremely clear on the direction that you need to move in. He's like taking control, I feel, this Two of Wands, and moving towards this Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like the Queen of Swords is clarity on like the direction that you're supposed to be taking in your life. Love it. Definitely good. Next in the area of the unexpected, you have this waiting card. Look at how she's waiting right here. She's kind of like longing into the distance or something. And again, I feel that you could be attracting a person where you find yourself just like daydreaming into the, like off into the ethers, where you're just kind of like finding yourself thinking about this person. Again, I don't know how to express what I'm trying to say here, but I feel like for some of you, something is happening that you're just not used to maybe in a relationship. Like I said, daydreaming about the person, thinking about the person, whatever. And, again, I feel like this will be good. For others, and for all of you, actually, again, I keep wanting to correct myself here, which is very interesting. So for a lot of you, I feel like there's just a lot going on in your life. That's why I want to correct myself here. That's why I feel like I keep correcting myself, because it's not like there's just one thing happening this week, obviously. That's always true. But I feel like there's a lot happening for you this week. I also feel like you could be waiting for financial changes. I feel this Knight of Pentacles is saying stop waiting. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Magician. The Knight of Pentacles, he's like waiting and waiting, waiting. He is the card of being too cautious, needing to start planting seeds in this field, right here. He's the only knight where the horse isn't moving as well. But he has these green leaves on his helmet and on here and on the horse here. Those are oak leaves. Oak leaves represent knowledge and wisdom. So it's like he has everything he needs to get started on this journey, but he just needs to get moving. So for a lot of you, I feel like it's time to get moving here. You have the Six of Cups as well. Six of Cups is a gift from the universe, and sometimes I feel like it's love, but sometimes I also feel that the Six of Cups can represent a period of time where you've been bumping up against obstacles in your life, and then you finally start moving forward. So it's kind of like the, being set free. That's not really accurate, but it's removal of obstacles, being able to continue down your path. And I feel that for a lot of you, where you're kind of receiving a gift from the universe where you are going to be progressing. Again, if this is love, it definitely could be like a soulmate coming in for you. I don't really get past energy here on the Six of Cups in this situation. You also have the Magician. I kind of feel what is also surprising you is that you're getting exactly what you asked for. It's like maybe you've been asking for a certain type of love, and that's why you're daydreaming about this person or whatever is going on with that waiting card. I feel like what's surprising is that you're like, wow, does this like type of person really actually exist? I also feel like this person could be saying that about you if this is love. I've also noticed that I've been seeing the Magician quite a bit this week, so I would definitely watch your words, but also use your powers of manifestation this week to get the things that you want from pretty much everything that you're doing. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. It's like if you don't know what to do, right? If you're thinking about starting a business or writing a book or getting moving with that Knight of Pentacles, Justice is your answer. Justice just says try a little bit of something, throw something out there. If it works, keep moving forward. If it doesn't, then don't. I've been getting a lot of this energy this year of people being afraid to get started or just not getting started on things that they want to start. And you have the Fool here. The Fool's like, you got to take a leap of faith, right? You just got to go for it. With the Six of Cups, you have the Five of Pentacles. I would definitely be careful of anyone returning from the past who made you feel left out in the cold. But I also just feel there's a turnaround here. Again, if you've been having issues or difficulties in your finances, I feel like there are improvements coming in for you with that Six of Cups. Because again, it's kind of popping into my head intuitively as a gift. With the Magician, you have the Five of Swords. You're not the only person that has had both of these cards. Again, I would be careful of anyone from the past. I kind of feel like if there is a past person coming back, that's someone you have your guard up, that Queen of Swords with their sword up anyway. And I feel like this is a person who always had to win. So, in every situation, like arguments, things like that. So I feel you're kind of avoiding that energy anyway. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Exaltation card, and you also have this Charity card. So I feel that there are just literally good things coming in for you. That Exaltation card just represents good stuff. The Charity card could definitely represent help or assistance, but it can also represent, I kind of feel like these two cards together are representing your work. This Exaltation card is the Moon in Taurus. So, there's something to do with, work here, I feel, with this Exaltation card or a project or something you're working on. And this other card is also Saturn in Cancer. So I feel for a lot of you, you're very focused on like the work that you're doing in your life. You have the Chariot, the Four of Wands, and the Two of Wands. The Fool. Typical Mercury retrograde, right? My words are getting all mixed up. But you have the Fool. I feel like you're ready to take a leap of faith with this energy. I feel like you're ready to move forward on something. I also feel that some of you, it is like an unknown adventure. It's like all three water signs. I've been getting these messages of, kind of like The Hobbit. I said this in the Pisces reading last week. It's like the unexpected journey or the, unknown journey where it's like you're going off on this great adventure. You don't know where things are going or how it's going to end, But I feel like some of you are working on things that are much more important. I really see this for people in general, where I feel like people are working more on like the great works of their life, where they're working on something or choosing to work on things for life instead of just like maybe having a career or job or, maybe that your career is your great work. But I see that here where it's like you're doing things on purpose, but also things that are more important to you in work or business. You have the Four of Wands here. Again, telling you right now, if this is love, this could move way faster than you think. But if it works, it works, as far as I'm concerned, right? It's like if you marry this person in 6 months after meeting them, it's like, if it works, it works. And that, it could just be that simple in this situation where you meet someone, it just works, you're happy together, so why not continue being happy together? Again, mark my words. Come back in 6 months or a year, invite me to your wedding, Scorpio, right? I don't dance, but I'll do everything else. So what I would say here is that I feel like this is saying, don't be surprised. I also feel like there's a lot of accomplishment coming in for you. You have the Ten of Pentacles right here. So we go Knight of Pentacles, Justice, Four of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles. Definitely some sort of accomplishment and abundance coming in for you. I also feel like this is saying once you get started, you're going to be set free. The Four of Wands is a card of freedom. And it's like we can, just thinking about things can be a stress on us, right? If we are always thinking, I want to start this project, I want to do this, I want to do that. It can be very stressful. So it's like just getting started could be the thing that releases the stress here. Four of Wands is a card of freedom. You have the Two of Wands. And again, the Two of Wands to me is a card of taking the lead. This is coming up again in the area of the good stuff. So there's clearly something very good happening for you here. And I feel for a lot of you, you're kind of like leaving a comfort zone. This card represents a comfort zone because this is his village right here. And he's kind of like leaving the village where he grew up and he's going somewhere else, if that makes sense. So let's clarify. Let's see. With that Fool card, you have the Nine of Cups again. So definitely wishes and fulfillment coming in for you. If you're wondering, like, should you do something? Should you start something? Should you try something? Yes. With the Four of Wands, you have the Ten of Wands. Again, this is showing up in the good stuff, so Ten of Wands can be a challenging card, but again, in this situation, I kind of feel that this is a good thing. I feel like there's a lot of like success and abundance coming in for you with the Ten of Wands. With the Two of Wands, you have the Two of Wands, basically the universe saying, I meant what I said. So I feel for a lot of you that it's time for you to take the lead. I feel like it's time for you to get moving. I feel like it's time for you to do the work, make things happen. So yeah, I feel like that's what you're doing here, is that you're really taking the lead with the Two of Wands just in general. And I see a lot of good stuff. I wouldn't, like, to me, the Two of Wands can say also, don't be afraid to leave a comfort zone. Even though this is the area of the good stuff, I would say if there's any opportunities for you to do something that you've never done before, I would definitely do it with that Two of Wands energy. In your last row here for messages from your guides, it says, it's okay to be different. Don't try so hard to fit in. This could have to do with a relationship. Again, there could just be a situation where, this person, if there's a person coming in for you, it's just so different that, maybe people don't understand it, but I feel like as long as you do, that's fine. I also feel this is saying, anything you're working on, you have the Seven of Cups here, and it's like, not only do you have the Seven of Cups, but you have the King of Swords with the Seven of Cups. I kind of feel like this could be like if you're working on a business, people could be like, do it this way, do it this way, do it this way. Like you have all these options, right? And I feel this reading is saying, no, listen to yourself. You know how to do it, and don't let other people control you or try to get you to do things their way. You have the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. 2 sevens to me is internal fears that don't exist. So you might have some fears, but again, it could be because of this controlling person. For whatever reason, I'm kind of seeing this as someone who is trying to control a situation, the King of Swords. So I would just be careful of that, especially in work or business. Then, there could be people, this really could be in any area of your life. I would say any area of your life where people are trying to tell you, do things this my way, basically, without, maybe they're not literally saying that, but I feel like that's what they're getting at. I would avoid those situations. I feel like your guides are saying, you know what's best at this time. You have the Ten of Pentacles here, so I feel like your guides want you to know that there's a lot of success and abundance coming in for you right now. And I really feel you're kind of creating a lot of abundance as well. Like everything you're working on is adding up. Those are literally the words that are popping into my head. It's like the things that you're doing are adding up to something much bigger in the future. And so I would just keep doing you here, Scorpio, is what I feel like this is saying. And finally, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is my card of conviction. It's my card that says when you know that something is for you, it's for you. So again, I feel that the more you believe in yourself, the better with that Seven of Wands energy. But let's see what is going on here. With that Seven of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, again, is saying get to work. It's like you already know. I feel like there's, I just feel this energy of like there is no more proof that something can work for you. I feel like you know enough. It's like if you're like thinking to yourself, how can I know that this business is going to work? And maybe you're looking for proof that things are going to work for your idea, the thing that you're working on. I kind of feel like this reading is saying like, no, there is no proof. You just have to get going. You just have to get moving. With the King of Swords, you have the Six of Cups. Again, a gift from the universe. I feel like you need to trust yourself in this situation. Could be good for love. And with the Ten of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands. Yeah, King of Wands, he's bold. He's assertive. He just puts in the work. He just kind of goes for things. And I feel like embracing that energy will be very beneficial for you. This is a really good reading here, Scorpio. Love it. A lot of good stuff coming up for you. So let's see what we get for you here. We're going to do 3 yes or no question cards. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions 1, 2, and 3. So for question number 1, I would say yes. I feel like yes with the Page of Swords. I kind of feel like there needs to be more research on like whatever you're asking, so I would do more research, but I would say yes overall. For question number 2, again, I would say yes. This could be that love that's coming in for you, but it could also just be your energy, but I would still say yes. And for question number 3, you have the Judgment card. I would say yes. I feel it. Again, I feel like there's a gift coming in for you. Judgment isn't necessarily a gift other than, it can be the gift of sight, the gift of clarity, the gift of the Queen of Swords, being able to see through the clouds, right? And so I feel whatever you're asking, it could be clarity on whatever you're asking. But really good reading, Scorpio. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.